Hello everyone, it's me again. So, I'm really sorry guys that it has taken me this long to create another video. If you saw my last video, you would understand why it has taken me this long to create another video. Whenever I get into these depressed states when it comes to sewing, I tend to stay there for a while. When I get frustrated with this whole sewing thing, it takes me a while to get back to it. I'm always wondering, really, should I just leave this alone? Should I continue? But, somehow I always manage to find my way back to the sewing machine. So this time around, I managed to drag myself to the sewing machine in order to finish Simplicity R10940. The actual number for this is S9238. Let's take a look at a few pics of this skirt before we go any further, shall we? In the midst of shooting this video, guess what happened? Go ahead. Guess. I'm giving you a second to guess what happened in the midst of shooting this video. I'll tell you. The zipper broke. The zipper broke. I mean, I'm telling you, it's these things like these that really frustrate me. I mean, I don't know why the zipper broke. Maybe it's old. I do not know. And this zipper was one of the things I was most proud of in this skirt, this invisible zipper. It came out perfectly invisible. There really was nothing wrong that I could say about the zipper install. However, I guess something went wrong with the zipper and it broke. And I am having a heck of a time pulling the zipper down because I figured maybe I could try and fix it, but no, I don't think I'm going to bother with this skirt anyway because it doesn't fit. So this pattern goes from a size 6 to 14. I cut a size 14. I cut a straight 14. The finished hip measurement for this skirt is 43.5. But it does not provide finished waist measurement. It really threw me back because I couldn't understand why. Why would you provide me with finished hip measurement but no finished waist measurement? What are you expecting? That I would assume that the waist measurement is a certain number of inches? Why would you do that? Seriously. But anyway, the original measurement for a 14 in this pattern is 28 waist and 38 hip. And like I said earlier, the finished measurement for the waist is a 43.5. Now, I was trying to figure out what size waist should I cut, because I do not have a finished waist measurement. So I decided to go with a 14. 14 was the largest that I have in this pattern. So I decided to go with a 14, which is a size 28. on the assumption that simplicity would have included some allowance in the waist. So I went and I just cut a size 14, thinking it would be okay, but no. No, that did not work out very well. The waist was too big. The waist did not fit. I actually had to add a couple pins in the back to hold it just so I could take a few photos for you guys to see. Not very excited about this little photo shoot I had because this skirt is definitely not inspiring. Not inspiring at all. But I put a couple pins. Look how this, look, this is how wide it is. My waist is a 31 to a 31 and a half, depending on what time of day it is or whether or not I had a large meal or whatever. It just depends. But usually it's somewhere between 31 and 31 and a half. The skirt itself just seemed a bit dowdy. I'm not sure if it's because of the fabric that I chose. It's very possible that that has something to do with it. But it's not a skirt that I am pleased to wear or happy to have spent my time sewing. One thing I thought I would really love about this skirt is this sheer side piece here, but I think this is one of the things I do not like most about the skirt is this side. It just doesn't hang right. It doesn't seem right somehow. It does not cover, it doesn't show the way that it shows on the pattern. It just looks like it's just a little piece of loose fabric that you randomly placed there. It's just hanging there. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look at all. I really would like if somebody made this pattern with this pattern, the view that I made, which is view B with the sheer piece, that they would, you know, maybe do a review on it, comment on it, something, put some pics out there so I could see how theirs came out, because mine was not successful at all. I really do not like the way this skirt came out. Now I saw a picture of Montoya Mayo on Instagram. She made View C does not have this sheer piece, and it looked really cute, guys. She made it out of an African print fabric. So maybe next time if I decide to try this, I will definitely do it without the sheer piece and use a woven fabric and not a knit. Now it's very possible that the waist of this skirt is too big because I used a knit fabric. Because I think I heard somewhere that if you're using knit fabrics, you may want to consider going a size down. I'm not sure where I heard that, but I think I did. But that's something to consider when you are using knit fabrics, that you may want to go down a size or two. But that's what happened to me. This thing it just doesn't fit. Not only doesn't fit, it just doesn't look nice. I really was expecting something cute, something sexy, and no, that's not what I got. I did not even bother to hem the bottom because I already knew that I wasn't going to be wearing this skirt anywhere outside the door of this house. So there was no need to go ahead, spend more time hemming this fabric. There just wasn't. But anyway, though we have a failure on our hands, we can still use it to learn something for future reference. So I'm going to show you what the inside of the skirt looks like. So this is the front, and this is the sheer piece of fabric we're talking about. Now it is not attached to the skirt on the inside. Loose. It's attached at the waist, and on the side here, this is the piece that on the side that shows on the outside when you wear the skirt. Now, whether or not this is supposed to be attached to the skirt, I do not know. It could possibly, very possibly be that it just worked out that way for me, but I think I did it correctly. Now guys, please do not let this review and my feelings towards this skirt, this pattern, discourage you from trying it out yourself. You know, if you choose better fabric, if you make better fabric choice than I did, if you maybe made a markup to make sure your waist fits, then you may end up with a much better project, a much better item than I did. So, you know, go ahead, try it out, don't be discouraged. It's just, it didn't work out for me. This one is definitely a fail. But we learn from our failures and we move on and we grow stronger. And oh my goodness, I'm really hoping I do not come across a project like this one anytime soon. You know, there are times you see a pattern, a picture on the model, and it just looks so good. It looks wonderful, it looks sexy, it looks pretty, and you could imagine yourself in this item. You could imagine wearing it. You could imagine how wonderful it would look. I think the idea and the concept, it just works. But when you try it, when you wear it, it just doesn't come across the way it did on the pattern. And this is one of those projects for me that I really loved. I love to see, I like the idea of it, but it just didn't work out, unfortunately. But then, like I said, it could be my fabric choice. Maybe trying it in a, you know, in a knit, not a knit, a woven next time, that might help. So, you know, I'm in no hurry to try this right now, to try this pattern anytime soon. I'm in no hurry. But, you know, I'll keep these things in mind in the event that I plan on doing it. Like, you know, maybe, like I said, I would try it in a woven and try it without the sheer piece of fabric on the side. You might get something wonderful, something that you love. So go ahead and give it a shot. Thank you guys for joining me, and see you next time. Bye.